Hey, yo, Crusher, let's run that back.
Very exciting finish there, but they stayed strong to the end and pulled it off.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And, Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant.
Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against Brooklyn.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, as they never allowed any momentum to build up.
First bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Here's Teague. Banks in off the glass. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, their season hasn't been great, and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. Missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Teague.
Talent, the longer your rope, because this kid does have talent.
This has been a one-sided game.
Mark, you mentioned Cousins' problems. There were some rumblings last season that the Kings might look to trade him, Steve, and I think there would be...
There's no doubt about that. Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Here's Teague. Shakes off the strong D and kicks to Villanueva.
And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made. So
is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Teague with the ball. Now defended by Urebko. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
He's getting around 8 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been held down a little bit lately, as you can see in his relatively average numbers. And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
And he banks in the layup. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter. A 3-point range.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a miss.
And a miss there on the triple. Teague inside the line. Oh, and he just knocked out.
Shot blocks.
Chauncey Billups out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Urebko. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. And it's Brown in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Now by 15. Here's Teague. Takes it off the glass. Teague season, and you can expect a team so young to take some lumps.
Oh, for sure. But there's some good young talent as he's grown. Early on, he was known more as an offensive point guard, and then he became...
Attendance, there's no doubt about that. It's dropped over 20% over the last decade, down around 67% last season. Steve, last in the NBA.
Well, of course, this city is
completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
You can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you... Right side Teague, 5 to shoot, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Sacramento?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense.
By 18, here's Teague. That's good. Teague's got
the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Landry, and he uses the glass on the lane. Here's Teague. And that one's good. Teague's got 40 points.
Now he's sitting down. It's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Kings.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout.
Whatever they wanted to do.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the Monster. And a big part of their success.
In your range.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel. Boy, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Teague.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
And they're not done.
Here's Teague. Changes up, and it's good on the way in.
And that puts a cherry on.